Hey everybody, happy Monday. Thank you for joining me. My name is Angela Gennari and this is Motivation Monday. So today I wanted to talk to you about the fact that I haven't done a video in a few weeks and why that is. So when I first started this series, there were two reasons that I really wanted to do it. Number one was to start building an audience for a book that I'd love to write. So I've been writing a book for about 20 years now called Chasing the Sun. And it's something that I feel like is something I'm very, very passionate about, but I can't seem to set aside the time that I want to write the book. And I have this perfection paralysis going on where you feel like you need to do something perfectly before you can tell anyone about it, before you can do anything about it. So, I mean, this is a book that I've been writing over many, many years, just a lot of little thoughts in my head and things that I wanted to say and convey, but haven't quite gotten the right words to do it yet. So it's been a work in progress for a really long time. And so I thought this would be a great way to potentially build an audience. The second reason is because I wanted to get more comfortable speaking in front of people. I've always had a lot of anxiety when it comes to speaking in front of people, whether it be a group of 10 or a group of 100. So I wanted to do a little bit more media. I wanted to do a little bit more, speaking in large groups and potentially motivating people, motivating others in group settings. And I wanted to be more comfortable and not get so nervous. So I thought this could be potentially a good way to do that. So both of those things I have been still struggling with. The book, we've been on quarantine now for several weeks, and even though we're technically off the stay-at-home order here in Georgia, I really had this great goal of getting my book written in this quarantine phase, and it didn't happen. I got maybe 2 or 3 days of solid work on the book done. Not nearly what I thought I would do, which also leads me to the fact that, our own goals and our own goal setting can sometimes be our own worst enemy. So I tend to have extremely unrealistic goals. I've always been very type A, very driven and super perfectionist. And that I think has gotten in the way more than anything in terms of, what I've been able to accomplish and feeling pride in what I do. I'm very proud of everyone around me. I'm proud of my son. I'm proud of my team. I'm proud of my mother. I'm proud of, everyone in my life, but I have a hard time being proud of myself. And the reason is because I feel like my expectations of what I'm able to do are so far beyond what's realistic that, I set myself up to fail in terms of, in my own perception. I feel like I have failed at whatever I'm doing, because even though what I'm accomplishing might be good and it might be great progress for someone else, I've set myself up to fail. And so I wanted to kind of dive into that a little bit today, because me not doing these videos for a few weeks has led to a lot of internal conflict with me. So when I first decided to do these videos, I said I'm going to do it every single Monday, and I will come up with a topic every single week. Well, in the first month, it was okay. And then, the second month I was still, being able to come up with different topics. And then quarantine hit and I thought, okay, this is great. I have no distractions. I can do this, easily. And then I just ran out of ideas and I ran out of motivation. And, through quarantine, I feel like we've all lost this sense of space and time. And I have not really had anything riveting to say, and I just thought, I'm not going to waste anyone's time watching a video if I don't have anything meaningful to say. So again, my own internal dialogue is telling me, you're not good enough. If you can't do it perfectly, don't do it at all. And let's just, not waste anyone's time with something that's not going to be exceptional. So here we are. I've waited a few weeks, and then I finally said, you know what? Perfection is the enemy of done. Let's just do a video and get back on the horse. And so anyway, here we are. And I'm trying to get past these inner demons, which I think we all deal with at some point. We all have this feeling of, I don't want to, embark on this journey of trying to do, meet a goal if I can't do it well. Or, what if I fail? Or what if I don't, meet others' expectations? So I want to just kind of reassure you that, our own inner dialogue can sometimes be our most critical. So give yourself grace, give yourself time and space to deal with whatever you're going through, and understand that people will give you grace if they know that you're vulnerable and they know that you're going through something that potentially is holding you back. And you might find that encouragement that you need to just push forward a little bit harder. I tend to keep things to myself if I'm struggling with something that I'm trying to do. And so it basically eliminates anyone else from being able to understand that I need a little push, or I need a little guidance, or I need a little, encouragement to keep going. So one thing that I wanted to kind of talk about is an incident that happened yesterday. So yesterday was Mother's Day, and for the past several years, my son and I have had this great tradition of playing golf on Mother's Day. I've been playing golf for about 10 years now, and I've been teaching him golf for about 10 years now. So he's 13, and I've been taking him to the driving range, and we play golf together. We usually stick to about 9 holes because I think that's both of our attention span. We're not really great at the 18. And so, but over the past 10 years, he has progressively gotten much better, and I have become much worse at playing because I don't play with a clear head. I have all these things in my mind. I'm a super perfectionist, so when I have, a bad drive, it gets into my head, and then the whole rest of the that hole that we're playing is just hideous for me. So I tend to get into my own head too much when we play golf, whereas he just plays for fun and he enjoys it. And I think that's why he's been able to progressively get better, and I have progressively gotten worse. So as we're playing yesterday, I'm not joking. I lost, I think, 11 balls on a course. We played 9 holes. It was a horrible day for me on the course. And I could not get out of my head. And so every time I would drive the ball, it would go into the woods. It would go into the, thankfully it didn't go into the water at all. But I just, I would think, okay, this is a great drive straight down the middle, right in the middle of the fairway. And I'd get there and no ball. And I swear to you, I think there was like a little elf on the course somewhere stealing them all, because I can't imagine. I mean, there was one hole where I lost 3 balls in one hole. So I was just over it. And so yesterday I was so frustrated, and I just kept thinking to myself, this is an absolutely horrible day. I can't believe I'm playing this way. And then I remember that it's a beautiful day. I'm playing with my son, who I absolutely adore, and we're having a great time playing golf and doing something that we love, and it's just he and I spending quality time together. So at that point, I just let it all go. I didn't care about, losing balls. I didn't care about, how awful I was playing, and I just kind of had to get out of my own head. But it's not an easy thing to do. So what I'm encouraging you to do is find that space to give yourself grace. And I'm horrible at that, and I just, I want to tell you that I know it's easier said than done, but just give yourself grace. If you're not accomplishing your goals, if you're not renovating your house and writing a book and learning a new routine and losing 20 pounds and whatever other, expectations you have for yourself, it's okay. Set smaller goals and accomplish those, and create a step-by-step, way to get there without having such a huge goal at the end. Perhaps just say, I'm just going to write 1 chapter in my book this week, and see if you can accomplish that. And if you can't, lower it a little bit the next week, and so that you can say, you know what, I accomplished this, now I'm on a roll, and now I can feel like I'm making progress. But it's hard to make progress when you set unrealistic goals for yourself and then become disappointed that you can't achieve them. It sets you up to not want to, keep trying. And that, that need for encouragement and that push forward can be a little bit hard to get if nobody understands that you need it. So I know that for me, I'm really bad at being vulnerable in some cases. So I've been trying to do better at that over the past year. And it's really, it's gotten a lot of grace from people around me. It's given me the ability to lean on people a little bit more. And I think that it's actually super helpful. So anyway, so for those of you who are disappointed in what you've been able to accomplish over quarantine, don't worry, it's okay. We're not trying to change the world. I think that the progress that we've all made in our lives, just spending quality time with our families and being able to do things around the house and, you know, maybe working on little things that we've had on our to-do list for a long time. Those are great. You know, give yourself a pat on the back for all of it, because it's all wonderful, and this is not a contest. And that's where I have a hard time, because I feel like everything is a contest and I have to be the best at everything that I do. And I realize that that's also what sets me up for disappointment constantly with myself. So anyway, give yourself grace. Let yourself be, you know, your own source of comfort when needed. And if you need encouragement, let somebody know, hey, I could really use a push this week. I'm feeling very stuck. So anyway, I hope you have a fantastic week, and I look forward to speaking with you next week. Bye.